Welcome again. Let's Today it's going to be the chapter about Chitra Nakshatra. It's a violent nakshatra in many ways, uh, but it has got a nice story behind it, and you will see that a lot of women's there is a curse on this particular nakshatra. Okay. We'll see how it goes on with a couple of ancient stories and see. So, a brief introduction, a bit of history about Vishvakarma, who is it, and how this nakshatra got the curse, pada stories, and remedies as usual. So let's go ahead and proceed further and see things. So introduction. In the introduction, it's the 14th nakshatra in Vedic astrology. It is symbolized as bright jewel and or a pearl. In fact, when you see in the sun, this is supposed to be the brightest of all the stars that you might see. In the zodiacs, you will see the sign. So that's how bright it is. So the deity for this is Vishvakarma. So Vishvakarma is considered as the divine architect of the universe, but he also, like any good and bad, he also has got a lot of story behind him. How he created the universe and what all he did. In fact, he constructed Indraprastha for Pandavas. So he was the one responsible for the Indra's palace. So things like that. Okay. So there are a lot of things he given to him. So a lot of architectures that we talk about today, that's what Vishwakarma talks. And when we come to this particular nakshatra, we see architects coming out of this, good architects coming out of, because they are brilliant in their work. Okay, there's a lot of difference between masonry, a lot of construction workers, and there's a lot of difference between architect. He is an architect. Let's see. That is what is the essence of this. So Vishwakarma, okay, he is the celestial architect. What he does is he creates things, not only buildings like spacecrafts. You talk about the Pavan Hans he constructed. What Ravana had a Hans, so it was constructed by him. In fact, it is like a fine flying palaces. All these things were done by him. So he was a great engineer on his own. So that's how he constructed palace for Indra, means then you see how good he is, and Pandavas palace in the which comes in Mahabharata, and that was constructed by him. So if you really look at today's comparison or in today's reality, it is said in the old Kila in Delhi. That is where this Indraprastha was, because in fact there was a village there, and that village happens to be that is what Mughals came and they took over, and they changed. In fact, the village name was Indraprastha till 19th century. Okay, then British came in, they demolished it and they constructed New Delhi out of it. So there's a lot of, but still date we don't have any clear-cut picture about where exactly it is, but it is understood from a lot of findings and other reasons saying that this is where Indraprastha, because there's a village called Indraprastha was there, which was destroyed and New Delhi was done. So there's some kind of history to that, but we don't have. It is so good that Vishwakarma used to construct it so well that if you look at when Pandavas, they asked him to construct them in the present. What happened was at one point, at one place, he has invited everybody to come to. That is including the Kauravas, Duryodhanas, and others all. So when they came in, what happened was there was a floor which looked like the water. Okay, that's how the construction was so beautiful, because that's how the intelligent he was, and that's why we say this nakshatra is very intelligent. Such a magnificent place it was. So when you walk, you felt it was there in water. So they were carefully walking Duryodhana. Then they understood that okay, there is just architectural marvel that looks like water, there is no water, and then he walks off. Then going beyond, they again go to see another place where they again looks like a similar water kind of a place, and they try to they ignore it. They said, okay, boss, this is water. We thought it was water. It is architecture marvel. Just walk. And they walk and they go, and Duryodhana falls into the pool. And seeing this, what happens is Kunti starts laughing. And she starts laughing, and that creates the problem. So when what happens is she starts laughing, and Duryodhana says, and not only that, you laugh and keep quiet, that is a different issue. We all laugh at somebody falls down, right? And what she does is not only not only keeps quiet, and what he does is like your father, you are also blind. That is the comment she made, and that causes her Duryodhana to take a revenge, which continues as Mahabharata as disrobing her. All these things starts from there. Okay, so that's how the story goes on. Okay, but the important point that we have to see here is Vishwakarma was such a great architect, and he used to build many things. So this nakshatra happens to be having very brilliant mindset of people, hardworking person, and they will construct something that beyond what our understanding is. Okay, they will do very best out of it. Okay, so that is the essence that we have to pick from this. So this nakshatras, the total nakshatras, it has got 4 padas, and 4 padas are legs, okay, that are there. So the first pada will fall on, though it is there between Virgo and Taurus. The 2 padas in Virgo, 2 padas in Taurus. The first pada, the D9 will fall on Leo, one step, one house back. Then the second pada will fall on Virgo, the third will fall on Libra, and the fourth will fall on Scorpio. So what will happen is, when the first one, when you talk about Leo, there will be secrecy maintained in that. When you talk about Virgo, they will be very disciplined. When you talk about Libra, they will be relationship, okay, loves, affairs, and other. When it comes to Scorpio, they will be mysterious. So they will be having a lot of hidden secrets. So now you look at Leo from Rosetta. Mars is a military guy kind of a character. So secrecy is related to government. When I talk about Virgo, it is discipline, because Mars controls. He controls a discipline kind of a thing. Then you come to Libra, Venus is the owner. So relationship starts coming up. So Scorpio is a hidden 8th house, hidden house. So that house, even though it is Mars one, lot of hidden issues are there with that particular nakshatra, 4th pada. Okay, there are out of this 4th pada, these are standard scripts, need not be correct. You have to check with your astrologer. Okay, there is some baladrishta. That means there is some problem that can happen when the kid is born in this nakshatra. So when a boy or a girl is born in Chitra Nakshatra, in the first charam, okay, it affects the father. So it is suggested that a 7-day Kuja Graha Puja should be done. But how do you do and those things? These days they reduce the time and other things. That's up to you. It depends on how much fund you have, how much you believe in this, not that. And second pada, it is there, and when it talks about the girl or boy, it affects the mom. When it affects the mother, you also have to do a similar puja within 6 months before naming the day. Okay, before 6 months from the birth time. Third one, it affects the sibling. So 6 months before the father, you have to do this for the name of the sibling. Every fourth one has got no problem, so you don't have to do any. Okay, so curse. Okay, how does this when we talk about curse? So this nakshatra will have a problem in marriages. Though Vishwakarma, what difficult things that you will see. Okay, you have to remember this story so that you can correlate this with the actual readings when you are reading or something like that. So there is a king called Surat. He falls no he falls for Vishwakarma's daughter, Chitranga, and she also because he is not really liked by the many people, and he keeps on lying, and she falls for this guy's story. Okay, when she was taking a bath and this guy gives a story, and she agrees, and to her surprise, all her what you call friends who are there along with her, they say don't go with him, but what she does, she in spite of that, every time she goes behind him. So this affects what's it called, Vishwakarma's mindset. So he gets really angry with this immortal act of this lady, and he says you will not survive, no, you will not have a good marriage life. And so happens that that king gets drowned in one of the currents in Saraswati, and she when she wakes up and when she tries to find, she's not able to find her husband. And since she's not able to find it, she starts looking here and there. She starts walking, finding. She's not able to find, and she finally falls into the Saraswati River. The Saraswati River takes her to, throws into Gomati River, and then she is abandoned into a forest where there are lions are there. And this is like informed. Okay, this is like narrate the whole story. When sage comes there, she tells, why are you alone here with this? And she narrates that my own father cursed me like this, and that is why I have my husband has lost. I am here like that. So then the sage really gets angry with Vishwakarma, says that how come you do this to your own daughter? And he curses him to become a monkey. So there's another story that he will become a monkey and he'll go to Shiva and then he will become normal. Okay, so that's one. So that you remember that. So there is a curse of a female in this particular nakshatra. Okay, he also advised her to take into Shiva's this thing. One place is there, Hatkeshwar. There she would meet Devati and daughter of Dem and Kalamati. So this is what is the advice given by the sage, and he leaves the place and goes. But the essence about this thing is you have to understand that there is a curse of a female curse in this. So whenever somebody gets married in this thing, there will be some trouble. That is what you have to identify. Okay. From the father's side, they have curse. So there will be some kind of this nakshatra. Okay. When you talk about this nakshatra, you have to also remember it is the Mars nakshatra. So you have to remember Veerabhadran. So Veerabhadran, he is a fierce kind of a person. How did he form? He formed by from when Sati died in the yagna, and Shiva was he got angry and he was dancing Rudratandam, and out of which his sweat is what has formed a Veerabhadran. And Veerabhadran, when he came up, he said, went to Shiva and said, "What do you want me to do?" He was a devoted person, okay, because he is like father, because he has come from them. So he says, "What do you want me to do?" So he says, father says, "Go destroy the Ashwamedha that the king is doing, Daksha is doing, which is Sati's father, which is Shiva's father-in-law." So this guy goes and destroys. Veerabhadran takes his Bhutaganams with him. He goes there and he destroys the entire yagna. In fact, Vishnu is being asked to safeguard this thing, the yagna by Daksha. He even defeats Vishnu. When Vishnu confronts him, he says, "You have to pass through me." He defeats Vishnu and goes and destroys the yagna. While doing yagna, he picks up everybody, okay, including the sage who was performing that. No, he will put him against a pole. He will pull off his hairs, and another sage he will pull his eyes out, which is Puradam, Punarposam. Punarposam, his eyes, he will be pull it off, and Revati guy, he will pull it off all the beer and other things on. He'll break his teeth and so you will find Punarpusam people having some kind of parts lost. Okay, they will have somebody in the family or something in the Punarpusam nakshatra. So same you will find in this Chitra Nakshatra also. People will be affected. Maybe the person itself might have lost body parts, or somebody would have lost or had a terrible death. Okay, things like that is what you can see from this Veerabhadran from Chitra. Okay, so in a war kind of a scenario, you imagine the kind of picture will be the blood will be there, parts of the bodies will be there, decaying will be there. It will be such a horrific place to be there. So that's the kind of picture Veerabhadran brings in. Okay, then Veerabhadran, well, again I will go to the Shiva and say, I have done this job, next job. He's so aggressive to do that, and that at one point of time Shiva will grant him the Mars. He will become the planet Mars, Graha Mars. That's why he will have his bloody thing. Blood color is Mars is red in color, very aggressive. So whenever Mars is there, there are rules because he just followed what Shiva said. He will not. He didn't listen to anything else. But he has got a problem. The problem that he has got is he's not born out of a normal way like a mother and father. So he has just come from the father's side. So he was always having that, and Shiva never really bothered about him much. So he always looks out for Shiva's love and care. Mother care is obviously not there because she's a. So that's how Shiva, this Veerabhadran story and Mars story. So when you look at Mars, you have to look at it like a planet which is so violent and very loyal, like just like a police guy or a military. Okay, they can be so violent, they can be so loyal to the government or to their bosses, and they can be devastatingly, so devastatingly bad that the enemy, they will dismember them, they will kill them, they will blast them, they will do anything they want to do just to get their job done. Okay, so that is what is Mars, and that is what is Chitri. Okay, you see that Chitri. So that is the picture you should have. So they will have a marriage problem, they will be violent, they will be loyal followers, they will have a problem with their fathers, they'll have a problem with their mothers. They'll be looking forward for love. Okay, so this is some character that you should remember. So when it falls on the first pada, okay, when it falls onto the Leo. So Leo means that they'll be sharp, very sexy, fickle-minded, okay, and very religious in their own way. They will enter into the enemy's compound and complete their workout and come back. They're like just like Veerabhadran, okay, they'll go complete and come and finish it up. So they always look at finishing the job perfectly. Perfectionist is what they will be. Okay, they have a good, nice way of talking because of the Buddha in the Buddha's house. Okay, but they'll be aggressive at work. Now you have to put this thing. They also good architect, designers. Okay, mega structures they will design and all those things. Now you have to put. This is we are talking about from the mass perspective. And if you put a female here, you'll have to see how smart she will be. Okay, very aggressive. And Kala Purusha's sixth house. So it is all resources are less because Venus gets debilitated. So you will have to find these are the most active people, okay, who with very little resource can create something beautiful. Okay, they do wonderful things. They can go build a building, they can go destroy a building and come back. Okay, that's how this play. When you come to the second pada, when it comes to the second pada, you have this Chitra. So they are highly intelligent because it's on Mercury, it's getting there, exalted, expert, very happy, jovial, very learned. Okay, so they will be highly educated. Second pada, 24/7, you will find them studying or something or the another, and very oriented, detail, detail oriented. Excuse me, ability to respond, organized, like a war, or in an office kind of thing. They give them thing, they will organize everything, and they are very obsessive complaint. What they will do is like once you tell them they want to finish that, that's kind of a thing is what they will show. When it comes to third pada, so this will fall on Libra, right? It will fall on Libra. Chukran is the or Venus is the owner. So what will happen is you will find the art coming up, very joyful, a bit oriented to the sexual side. Good family they will have, quite composed, relaxed, because Shani gets exalted, right? Cold, so very friendly, sensual, lots of kids. Okay, skilled in businesses. Okay, making deals, negotiations they will do. Quite a bit jewelries and artistic look they will have. So they are fond of art, music, thing, because all these are chukrans one. They'll try to decorate themselves. Okay, so this is Chitra is more of a distraction, right? At the same time, you will find this particular, especially on the ladies or gents, you will find them not only in this padam, whole the Chitra. There will be dressing sense will be very good. Okay, their dressing senses will be very good. So they will be following for the latest sense, and they will find like just like whatever they have, they will find and they will wear it so nicely, neatly. And their dressing sense is many people would like to follow them the way they wear it. Okay. Chitri third pada. Okay, I'm sorry, it should be fourth pada. It is third pada. Yeah. Those born in the fourth pada, they are fearless. Why? Because it is in the hidden place. It is in the master fearless. They'll be hiding things. They'll trouble people hidingly. Good for guerrilla warfare kind of a thing. These people. So they have they will do the spy kind of. They will conceal their nature and then they will go and get the knowledge. Lot of sexual knowledge they will, because it's eighth house, right? Sexual party. So that knowledge they will have, and they will be very vengeful. They will see to it that no, they will take a revenge all in. So they're good in diamond jewelries, and some things like that are there, that they're underground, because Mars is underground, right? Eighth house is underground, so you'll go there, dig there. Those kind of things is what they are good in. So this is what is in the fourth pada. So common remedies. Now that we have gone seen that, so when you have marriage problem, this what you call children's problem, I think the Katara Sundareshwara temple. Okay, this is in Nagapattinam. You can go there and you pray there, and lot of this Chitra's problem will get Mars problem will can get resolved. Okay. Other than that, you can recite Durga Saptashlokas, no, Devi Sahasranamam. Other thing that you can daily read that to get the negative out of it. You can go on off to the Shakti Pitas, then pray to the goddess there. So donate ghee, grains, jaggery, seeds to on Tuesday you should do. Okay, that is what, because it's Mars's day. So you can also go and worship to Vishvakarma on Chitra Nakshatra day. Then that helps you a lot to when if you're, especially if you're an architect, it will help you there. So avoid transactions, functions. So Vishaka, no, this nakshatras, Puradama, Ashwini and Bharani, those days you should avoid transactions, especially if it falls on a Tuesday. So practicing, you should not talk piercing words during this Dasa period, especially when Mars Dasa comes. So you should keep your mouth a bit tight and behave yourself to get ready of these things. Other than this, Mars is generally you can donate blood things. Generally, you will get into some kind of accident kind of issues during Mars Dasa, depending on where your Mars is placed and how bad it is placed, how well it is protected, how well it is not protected. Depending on that, you might get into some trouble also. So generally, these people are likely, when if it is placed in 6th house or something like that, or 12th house. So crime is possible. You might be jailed. Things all that is also possible. You might have a bad time with the police and government offices. So in summary, 14 Nakshatra, it's a brightest star. So it is connection with the Indraprastha. This Nakshatra, wealth is there, lot of wealth is there. Mahabharata story is connected with that. Intelligent people is what is shown. Great architects come from this. So they have all the characteristics of a police guy, military guy, okay, all those things. So So if you have a problem, you have to go to Durga Devi and goddess like the sesame seeds you have to offer, jaggery you have to offer. So these are certain things. So remember, it is not an easy planet, though they are very intelligent. They are one of the best intelligent people. They know how to construct excellent building. They can do excellent organization. They can go into a enemy zone and kill them and come back. But also remember the Veerabhadran there. Also remember the Vishvakarma Sarpa, that he has got a curse he has got. So all this thing put together, then you see which pada it falls, and then you try to generate the essence of it. So marriage problems, job problems, office problems, jails, accidents, all these things are indicated in this nakshatra. Okay, so that's it for today. Let's see how best we can do in the next nakshatra. Any doubts, do comment. I will try to decode that and pass it on to you. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day. Bye bye.